Hey guys, welcome to 418 North Grant Avenue in Fort Collins, downtown. Location wise, minutes again from downtown Fort Collins, easy to bike. This one would actually be a little easier to walk to as well, but biking super easy. Taking the car as well, super easy as well. In terms of location, I would say this is definitely a lot quieter than Wood Street. You're on a side street on the north side of downtown Fort Collins. And so neighborhood wise, very quiet, very peaceful. You have some really nice old school Victorian houses, plus some new houses going in here as well. You have a couple rentals as well on that side, but overall, this neighborhood, if I had to make a choice on my end, I'd probably end up going on this side of town versus Wood Street, just for the equity side and just for the peace of mind and quietness. Exterior wise, the house, just like the other one, everything is in well kept shape. Everything looks really good. Front yard has been zero-scaped. It does have an irrigation system for both the front and backyard as well, so nothing to complain on that note. We'll kind of make this one a little bit quicker because there's a lot to cover in this video, so it'll probably be as long, but I'm probably just not going to talk as much. Quality of trim, quality of paint, everything looks really good on that end. Trex decking up front. 8x8 posts to hold up the front of the part of the house for the deck and balcony area. So everything here looks solid, feels solid, has a good feel to it. And then just off that front porch again, we'll get one last view of the road. Just very quiet out here. So if you're looking for a little more quietness, a little bit bigger of a plot and lot as well for your dog, and to be able to go out and actually play in your backyard, this one comparatively to Wood Street, no comparison at this point, and I can definitely see where these guys are getting their price point at, and they have put the effort, time, and energy to make this a very usable and livable house. Coming into the front door, nice heavy 8-foot tall door, full metal frame construction on that, and so it's got a really good feel when you open and close it. And does have the privacy glass on it as well, so you can't see anybody outside, but except for their figure when they come up to the door. Floors, all hardwood floors in here. Everything has been buttoned up well. Nothing to complain about. Trim looks in good shape. All windows are Henderson windows after doing a little research more on the windows. So high quality windows. They are wood windows as well, just like on Wood Street. So they take a little more effort to maintain them over time, just with the sun beating down on them. But they will last the test of time, and they're great for energy efficient. Fireplace is a gas fireplace. They have it set up as kind of an area where you could put a little bit of a book nook, shelving area along there, or a TV. One difference from this room comparative to the other house on Wood Street, this one is a little bit harder for furniture, I would think, to get furniture to fit in here if you're going to start going with like a sectional or larger couches, just because of the way they set up the stairs to go upstairs and that front door entrance. You just might have to be a little bit more nitpicky on what type of furniture you put in there and have it pretty close to the fireplace. And then really the only two places I could generally see a TV, just for if this was where you would put a TV, they do have it set up to have it right in this area right here. Or you could always do the classic, go above the fireplace, depending on what you're kind of looking for. But those would be the two best options. And then putting like a swivel TV mount on there so that you can still watch it while you're in the kitchen. Kitchen wise, not much to say other than the fact that it is very well done. I would say I like the cabinetry in here a little bit better than on Wood Street as well. This is very high-end cabinetry. So is Wood Street, but this goes just a touch further. All appliances are done by Monogram, which I would say is maybe a half a tier above Bosch, but they're very similar, and so quality wise, it's just really good. Quartz countertops. I actually really like these quartz countertops as well. They have a little bit of a white checkering throughout them, so it's not just straight white, but has a nice little texture, and I'd say it's more of a gray white. I don't know if the camera picks it up well enough to be able to show on that end. All soft floors, closed drawers, nice little mini fridge as well, just for that wine and beer storage. And only other thing I could say is they did buy a little bit more of a higher end stove, induction stove, also by Monogram. And then they did a good hood, Zephyr hood, which is better than what the other home had. The other home had kind of more of the basic Home Depot brand vent hood. So they went all out on this kitchen and really didn't, spare any expense on that side. They have a great spot as well for a large kitchen table. This would be a perfect space for entertaining, having a large, you could probably fit about a 12-person table in this space, just based off of how I'm kind of looking at it. And then as we kind of go past the kitchen, I'll swing back around here. I forgot they do also have a little bar sink as well, so nice little coffee nook that they did put in there as well. And then looking back, we'll take a look and hopefully try and get you a full picture here of kind of what it looks like. But nice and open, great lighting here. I would say the lighting is a little less here just because of the tree and landscapes and how close some of the houses are to this home compared to the other home. Because it had that vacant lot, there was just a lot more exposure, but knowing that something was gonna be built there at some point, the lighting was gonna go down anyways. But off your kitchen, just one thing to note, they do have a very identical house. I think it was built by the same builder right next to it. It is owner occupied. And it is probably less than 10 foot away from this house. So the alley in between this house that I'm in, 418 North Grant, and the house across is a little bit tight. But if you put some blinds in there, and like I said, if you go in and do a little bit of a car filament to put a little bit of a reflection in the windows, I think that would keep it to where you can have the windows still open, but never have them being able to see inside. Other part of the house does face towards, so that was facing north, and this is gonna be facing south, so this is where you're gonna get most of your natural light through. During the summertime, these trees will definitely cover up a lot of the sun, so it'll keep the house cooler in the summertime, which is also a nice deal. This home, as well as an owner-occupied home, it's been owned for quite some time, and so I don't think you would foresee any issues with them as well. Looks like they do take care of their place. They just don't have a yard. It's just dirt, no grass or anything like that. And he looks like he might be a little bit of a motorcycle guy as well, so you might hear his motorcycle start up every once in a while. That is it for the main area. Nothing else that I could really explain on that side. Just a really overall really good feeling space here. And then we're gonna tuck back behind the kitchen area and move towards the master bathroom and backyard. Swinging over to the right here on the south side of the house, you do have your half bath. Nice toilet, nice sink, same quartz countertop. It is one of the floating sinks as well. So they did put a little bit more money into the quarter or the half bath than the other house did. Pantry wise, you probably saw in the kitchen, there is no pantry. So I believe this is what I would consider your pantry would be. They have a light in here somewhere. There we go. So they do have a pantry here. This is probably what I would use. I would probably throw a couple extra shelves in here as well. They only have the two on the sides, but putting in a couple extra shelves wouldn't be a very hard job. And if you guys ever needed someone to come in and throw a couple shelves in for you guys, we have a company that handyman that could easily come in here, match the paint, match everything, and make it look nice. One thing to note, I did see just a small settling crack just as I was walking through for the second time. Can be hard to see, but you can see it as it goes across. Those are very usual here in Colorado. The other house probably had them on there as well. I just wasn't probably being as observant as I should have been when I first went through there. I just saw that luckily on that side. All you do is put a little caulk in it, repaint over the top, it disappears. That's just what happens when you build here in Colorado. Houses settle within the first 2 to 3 years. And so it can cause some cracks in the drywalls over time, but they're pretty easy to fix. And then you do have a little linen closet as well. That one does also have a light in it. And so nice little linen closet just to store towels or whatever you feel, vacuum, dusters, all that fun stuff. All the doors are solid doors as well, so they feel really nice when you open and close them, have a good weight to them. And then as we go to the back here, this is one of the first entrances into the backyard. You do have a little mud room in here, so kind of a nice way to be able to come in from the garage and not have to go through the master bedroom, but have a secondary entrance so you can come in, take your shoes off with mud, and be able to clean up before you head into the actual house. It does also have its washer and dryer unit with folding table. It does also have a window that faces the south, so you will get natural light as well through here. Tiles in here are probably a 16 by 16 inch black tile. Looks really good. It's a little dirty right now, so kind of hard to see it, but everything looks good there. They do have coat closet storage, all soft close as well on that. We'll pop into the master bedroom really quick, and then I'll do a quick showing of the backyard, and then we'll probably go to the ADA unit after we finish the entire first part of the house. Master bedroom is a little bit smaller in this one, comparative, at least feel-wise, comparative to Wood Street. Still fits that king-size bed, still has plenty of room for your dresser, your nightstands. It just feels a little tighter than it typically was, at least on the other place, from my recollection from this morning. And I did forget to turn the lights on in here, so let me do that really quick. That brightens it up a little bit. They do have some nice architectural drywalling in here too. The texture on the walls is the flat texture, so it's one of the hardest textures to do. So they had a really good professional come in here and do the entire texturing of the walls in here. So just super high end on that side. Absolutely love the look of these walls. Something really hard to do. I've tried to do it in my own house from a DIY project, and this person is top notch at what he does. One thing to note, and maybe we can ask him about it, they did have a carpeted floor mat here, so probably you can see it in this video. It's pretty easy to see. So when this floor was put in, they probably put some type of carpet or something in here to protect the hardwoods from when you go outside. Well, with hardwoods, you're not supposed to put anything on them for the first 2 years. Otherwise, they can cause these kind of light stains that go on. There is ways to correct it on that side, but just something to note for this house where there is a slight difference in the stain color. Just the fact that they probably put something on the floor directly after they placed the floor in. They were trying to protect it, and overall just caused a little bit of an issue. Master closet, I did forget to mention, all these doors in here, unless it's a main door, is a pocket door. So super nice for efficiency and keeping the space nice and neat, but really good size master closet. This closet's bigger than the other closet was at Wood Street. It also has a window facing the south, so it'll bring in natural light. Everything in here was done very well. Swinging into the master bathroom, they do have it kind of set up where they have two kind of dressers, I would almost call them, along the sides of the walls here for extra clothes, extra towels, anything you'd want to use it for. And I can pop one of them open just so you can kind of see what they look like on the inside. So very nice, just extra storage space, kind of a nice little extra feature. So the other side looks identical to this. All soft close as well. So just like I said, other side, very similar. Because this house has wood in it, I am getting probably a little bit of an echo. I can't tell if you guys can probably hear it in the video or not. So putting rugs down in here would definitely cut that down a little. Master bathroom looks amazing as well. They did still do a floating countertop as well in here. Tile looks really nice, professionally done. They did switch up the countertops and made it a black countertop. It is still a quartz countertop. Looks really good. They did bronze handles and faucets in here, and a bronze mirrors as well. I guess the other thing I can mention is it looks like they did radiant floor heating in here as well, so you can kick the floor up and make the floor stay warm throughout the winter time, summertime, whatever you feel, just to be able to kind of keep those feet and toes warm during those summer months. You do also have another storage another storage unit as well for probably more towels and toiletries and all that fun stuff. And then bathroom window does face towards the north, towards the neighbor's house. So putting a blind in here or a tint on the window, well worth it. Shower is a good size, two shower heads on this one, unlike the other house. So 2 people could technically take a shower in there and be comfortable and have a good enough space. And then you do have a fully separated toilet area as well. And everything was done to the T when it comes to this bathroom, so there really isn't too much I can note in the bathroom other than the fact that it is high quality. Coming back out to the main area, we'll just peek out really quick and then I'll go hit the garage and ADA unit later. But you do have Trex decking out the back. It's probably a 7x8, something like that for the decking. So you could throw a couple chairs out here and have a nice little patio set up. Backyard is, I would say, 90% fenced off too. So you just have to fence off the 2 sections near the garage and put a gate in so that you can get through for the cars and stuff like that if you wanted to. Or you could always just go through the garage as well. They do have a door that goes from the garage into the backyard. You also have a secondary area. This would definitely be the more hangout barbecue area, just right off of the master bedroom. And then this was that main entrance I was at earlier, where you had the mud room at and the seating area that does come up towards the front and back into the house, which I unfortunately locked it, so we'll have to go back the other way. But yard, great space, easily enough space to throw the ball for your dog. Does still have some xeriscaping as well, and it is all irrigated back here. This neighbor takes really good care of their property. This is the one to the north, and then here's the one to the south. They also kind of have an ADA unit, and I will show you really quick because they actually put tint on their windows back there, so you can see it just reflects back and it makes it to where you can't even see inside that area. So like I said, just a good option to go with if you're looking to kind of keep a little bit of privacy with the tighter quarters of this house. Coming back in, that really gets us done with the backyard, master bedroom, and the main living area. We will pop downstairs next. That's the next biggest area of the house, and then we'll go upstairs after that and hit the ADA unit. Get one last view of the kitchen. And for the stairs going up, it is right next to the front door, but it's kind of tucked away so it looks really clean when you come in. It doesn't feel like you're directly going straight upstairs. And then right next to the stairs, you do have your stairs for the downstairs basement. Not as wide of hallways in here, so getting things into the basement, large mattresses, things like that, will be a little bit more of a struggle on this one, especially making this right-hand turn down. So when you have movers in, just make sure they're really padding those walls up, because the only downside about having this flat texturing is the fact that it's easy to see damage, easy to see holes in the wall or punctures or impressions from when furniture hits the wall. So just something to note. Now down in the basement in the main living room area. This is a little bit tighter. You know, it's still very usable on that side. You could probably throw a nice large flat couch with a little sectional that kind of cuts in where I was standing earlier. That's going to be your best place for like your movie room, TV room area. And then you also have the Ethernet plug as well for the TV. So they were expecting for the TV to sit on this wall, which is right next to the stairs, and then continues over into the hallway area. You have some really nice big egress windows in here as well, so they do bring in natural light. They did use a treated pine wood for the boxes for the egress windows. So I would suggest is every probably 3 to 5 years you go in and restain those to keep them up and make sure they don't start chipping and failing over time. Having the metal ones, they tend to rust over time. Wood ones, if you take care of them, they'll last a lifetime. First little room, not a bedroom. This would probably be more of a storage closet, or you can make it a timeout room, or you can make it a storage room or a mini office. No windows, no closets, but big enough that you could put a little office in there. It would just be a little sad to be in there because there's no views or nothing. You're just kind of by yourself, but nice little quiet room to get away in. Next door will be storage under the stairs. Plenty of storage space for here for the Christmas decorations or anything else you want to put in, and it does tuck up underneath as well. So, you know, if the kids want that Harry Potter closet, you always got one available just in case. Now we head on. You do have a kind of a mini bar area, spot for a mini fridge, plenty of storage, all soft close. Again, high-end cabinetry. So everything is top notch in this house. And then you do have a nice deep bar sink as well. Coming in, one cool thing is this living room area is completely able to be separated away from the bedrooms. So if someone wants to watch a movie, other people want to go to bed, you can create a lot of peace and quiet back here. And this is where a lot of the bedrooms are at. So we did check out the master. It was on the main floor. This is where the other, I think, 3 bedrooms are at. And then there's a couple upstairs as well. First bedroom coming off to the south side. These are all really good size. King beds can fit in pretty much every single one of these. As many dressers and nightstands as you could possibly want as well. It is a little darker in these bedrooms. Hopefully the camera's picking it up okay on that side. Not making it too dark. If you brightened up the walls a little bit and threw a different light in there, they have a diffused light. So if you put a little bit different of a light in here, you can definitely brighten these rooms up a lot more. You do have the shared bathroom for downstairs. These are still that, I believe, 16 by 16 or 15, something in that range, tile slabs. Looks good in here. This one's kind of more of a concrete whitewash kind of look to it, but it looks really good. It brightens this room up, especially with this window in here, not really providing much light. And so they really tried to brighten this up. Same quartz countertops as in the master bedroom. It's kind of that dark matte finish quartz countertop. Same cabinetry as you would find in the kitchen, if I can get a good view of it. There we go. It got a little brighter. And then just swinging around, you also have a fully tiled up shower. Looks like the base was done well. No fiberglass tub, fully tiled. And seamless glass, so no frames, so it looks really nice. Also, this does have radiant floor heating, just like in the master bathroom, so this floor could stay nice and toasty as well throughout the winter and summertime. Let me show you the closets really quick. Nothing crazy with them in the basements. So these are about, I'd say this is about a 10-foot long closet. It ain't going to show up very well in the video, but they have the single platform up top with the rail for hanging clothes. So a lot of space to be able to put extra shelving in there if you need for storage or for clothing. They just left it pretty basic. Just your basic linen closet as well. Right next to the bathroom. And then squeezing into the next bedroom, pretty much the exact same size. This one feels a little brighter than the other one, but it still uses that same light fixture, which just doesn't lend to very much light in here. So I would personally change those out or put a fan in here, do something on that end. But they're nice light fixtures, so you wouldn't have to do anything right away. And then same type of closet, same feature. Nothing crazy there. They do have one little cubby area, which the other room did not have. All the trim, all the paint, everything in here looks phenomenal too. So nothing I can really note on defects on that side. Coming into the mechanical room, this is where all the fun happens, so I'll run through it really quick. Brand new Heal Ace or furnace, instant hot water heater. They have a really nice setup for the gas lines as well. So if you ever wanted to add more gas lines in, take away gas lines, repair gas lines, they have it set up very well in here. They also have it set up for your irrigation system right below here. This copper line is your main line coming up. And then you also have a tap as well for the irrigation system for when you blow it out. They also have the septic, or not septic, but now I've lost my mind on terms of what I was trying to say. They do have the sub pumps and sub pump wells in here. So it's the membrane that goes around the house. It keeps the house around the outside foundation dry. And if there was any water in here, it would pump it up. But this one has it in there, but they do not have it hooked up for any reason. So more than likely, the sub pump is staying dry in this home. Lastly, they do have a radon system in here as well. We always would like to get it tested even after you go under inspection. It should be good on that side, but they're always worth double checking. And the other cool part that this house has that the other one did not have is the Broen fresh air system. So that actually goes in, sucks air in, filters it really well, and pumps out fresh, clean air. So it's just an extra system to help keep, one, the furnace running strong, running smooth, and keeping dust and debris out of it. And then also allowing pollens, pet hair, things like that, not to make your nose all stuffy if you have any types of small allergies. They also have left all the tiles and flooring for the bathrooms and for the kitchen area, any extras if there was ever any issues on that. Last bedroom, this is going to be the smallest bedroom out of them all. But again, this one would probably be more suitable for a queen size bed. The way that they set up the lights in here, this is actually the brightest room out of the 3 bedrooms that is down here because they don't use that diffused light. And so this feels really nice. This is kind of what I wish they would have done with all the bedrooms, and it just went blurry on me. And so it looks really good in here. It is a little bit tighter just because they had to squeeze this one into the back. But same type of closet, same everything. Looks really good. This would be probably more of a prime office space or just a place for the adults to be able to get away if they have to do any work from home. We'll swing back around, start heading back up towards the main level and up to the 2nd floor. And then lastly, the ADU and garage. But overall, just such a nice feel down here. The air feels good. It feels like a good temperature. With the way this has been insulated and built, I can tell you this is very efficient in terms of not wasting a bunch of energy for bad windows, bad seals. So everything is just very comfortable here. Swinging back upstairs, forgot to mention hardwood floors going up the stairs, both to the basement and to the 2nd floor. And we'll swing back one more time just so you guys can get a view of the kitchen and kind of where that basement door is at compared to the front. And I didn't show you that closet, but that's just your basic coat closet. Nothing crazy in there. If I get time to it, I will actually show you guys that, but I know you also will be able to see that on Monday. South-facing large window. So this window will bring in a lot of light for the house. So great window. I would still put a tint on it or some type of screen just to keep it a little more private. So coming up to the 2nd floor, they have some interesting spots. So this brings you out to your front porch area. Lets you see that they have over, looks like 15 to 17 inches worth of insulation in here. So it is done to code, looks really clean, really nice. Probably would never use this area for storage, but just a good spot to take a look at. Swinging around, you do have an angled wall, but super easy to walk around in. Doesn't affect the feel of it. It feels a little tighter, but the hallway is nice and wide, so it really doesn't seem to affect it. Good little nook here just for books, records if you're into records, shoes, anything like that, just to bring a little extra storage to the home. They also have another access as well. So they do this, and I had a home like this back in the past where they just couldn't create enough space to make these worth it. So these cubbies were always good for little kids to hang out in, or just for the extra storage. So just a quick peek at that. Coming in, we'll go to the first bedroom upstairs. This one also doesn't have the world's best light system in it. It's an LED, but it just doesn't put out very much light for this room. So this room does face the south, so during the daytime, this room will have plenty of light. This is big enough for a king-size bed. Dressers, a little harder to put in here, but you can definitely get some nightstands in here. And it does face to the south. So plenty of natural light that'll come through here. Closets up here, same as the basement. Nothing crazy on that side. Just a basic rack. And then they also did put 2 additional little like stool areas as well in here. And they also put the automatic lights in these closets, not in the basements. Okay, my apologies, that was pretty loud. Coming into the next section, we do have another little access as well for a little linen closet for the bathroom. Plenty of places for toilet paper, for your towels, for everything you could possibly need. And then here's the shared bathroom for the 2 bedrooms upstairs. A little bit of a different countertop up here. They didn't go with the floating countertop. They did kind of keep with the same quartz countertop as they did in the kitchen. So it looks clean. Nice bright light in here, so it's very open and friendly in here as well, just lighting wise. And then bathtub, toilet area, covered with a pocket door to close this area off from the rest of the bathroom. Kind of the same issue that came up on the Wood Street house. The shower head is just a little bit shorter, so you're at that 5'8", 5'9" mark for the shower head. Probably not a big issue. And the tub here is a smidge bit longer, so this is probably about a 5'4", 5'3" tub. Most people still would have to put their knees up to be able to fit in there, but it's a little better than the last ones. Bathroom does face south as well, so you will get plenty of natural light through there. And then for the last bedroom, another great sized bedroom. Again, you can fit a king in here. Plenty of space for that. It'd be a little harder to put the nightstands on both sides. Lighting in here, still a little iffy on the lighting. I'd probably change out the lighting in here at some point. Otherwise, it does face south, so we're getting towards the end of the day, so it is going to be a little bit darker right now and a little more of a romantic feel than if it was in the daytime. And then this one is a little more of a unique closet because they did have to put it along the angled part of the wall. But still plenty of storage in here. You just have to be able to go in and be comfortable with bending over to grab some of your stuff. But like this table, or not table, but this platform right here is easy. So if you like stack your clothes or want to put shoes up there or anything like that, super easy to do, but just a little more of a unique closet. And it is full solid core doors there just to keep the heat in for the house as well. Okay, we're doing good. We're only at 34 minutes, so I'm going to push to make it to the backyard now. Show that one more time as we head over to the garage and ADA unit. Overall, this is a really nice house. I'm very impressed with it. You know, when I go and see new builds these days, there's a lot of times where I see people, skipping or cutting corners, doing some mistake work, things that just don't look as clean. It was kind of like in the Wood Street basement where the trim was sitting up above the wood flooring in there. It just didn't look as clean. So being able to see that these guys put that extra mile in to button up all these little features is really nice to see. And I would say this is definitely in the top 5 top builds I've seen in a while in just terms of the quality of the small things. And it just proves that the structural integrity, everything like that, is in really good condition. Now we'll head to the garage ADA unit. I think this is such a phenomenal thing too. It's having a completely separate area if you want your parents or just some friends to come over. You could also rent it out if you ever wanted to as well. Coming in the garage, this is an oversized, close to an oversized 2-car garage. So it is a little tight on the length. So if you had a truck, it would be pretty tough to fit a truck in here unless you angled it. But if you had 2 like Toyota 4Runners, something like that, you could easily fit them in here and still have a little bit of storage. Fully drywalled out. You know, I would have to ask if it is insulated in here. It doesn't feel like it. I know they had to do the insulation for the ceiling because of the ADA unit, so I know that's insulated. But it doesn't feel like the rest of the garage is. They do have a 220 outlet for an electric vehicle if that's something of importance to you guys. And concrete in here, no issues, no weird settling problems happening yet. Very well done, very professional. And they also went with a Raynor garage door as well, so there's very quiet. So if you did pull your car in at night and you had someone up above, it's going to be pretty hard to hear them. You'll hear a little bit, but it's not like the old clunker garage doors that I've had where you can hear it from, 30 feet away. They do have a split unit for the upstairs. It's a Copper and Hunter, so good unit. It is for heating and for cooling. And then we'll head out to the back here. And you do have it set up as an alleyway, so you have 2 accesses that jump off onto the main road. One comes off there, just by that shed there. And then you also have another one that comes through with the greenhouse as well. So there's 2 spots to be able to pull through. If you had to bring a trailer through too, you have a little nice roundabout as well to pull things around. And you got plenty of space to be able to back up and maneuver. Good slope away from the home as well with the concrete. Keeps all the moisture and water away. Only thing that I found walking up to this AD unit, once you get to about the middle stair here, and I am a little bigger, but you start feeling a little bit of a give to the wood. So an inspector would probably pull that up and recognize that and say that that would need to be corrected, unless it's something that's totally acceptable, but it feels a little squishy. Coming into the ADA unit. So this is a nice little added feature for the house. Good place, small, but it works really well. You have your sink, kitchen area. You could definitely put a refrigerator up here as well. They just didn't make a place for it. There's your split unit right there from Copper and Hunter. Right now it's sitting at 70 degrees in here. Feels nice. In terms of a bed, you could probably squeeze a queen size bed in here. Probably with no nightstands or anything like that, or maybe one nightstand. You would have to cover up this little closeted area, which all it is a storage room. It's kind of like what we saw in the first house where you can put some storage in there. And they also have the hot water tank in here, which is one of the 40-gallon hot water tanks. So keeping the heat running in here during the wintertime is very important. So you'd always want to at least keep this sitting at like 55 degrees or above because of that water heater. You do have one little access panel as well down here. Same as that other one where it just kind of, there we go. Where it just kind of goes in. Good spot again for storage. Wouldn't really use it for anything else. But it is very nice. Just nice to have that extra space. It wasn't going to be able to be usable anyway, so just something to keep in mind. Lastly, it does have a bathroom in here, fully furnished. Would need a curtain or for a glass panel to be put in, but all tiled, well done. That copper gold finish. No mirror in here. A little bit of a different trim package as well for the sink. But overall, for this being an ADA unit, this is where things got skimped a little bit from what I can tell. They just didn't put as much effort into it, mainly because of probably the expense they had to go through. Because one of the major things they had to do, because this is so far off the main street, the fire department did make them put in a fire suppression system in here. So it looks like they have they have 3 sprinkler heads in here. And this is what the last closet is for right here, is your storage tank for your home hydrant Talico fire systems. So if there was ever a fire in here, or this thing ever detected a fire, this thing would go off, and this thing is probably a 500 to 800 gallon tank of just straight water. So one thing you can say to insurance companies, hey, we have a fire suppression system on the ADA unit, which typically can bring down the cost of your insurance by just a little bit. Well, that is it, guys. Nothing else major to note. I can show you just that one little pass right there, as you can see. I'll zoom in. But that's one of the accesses to the back garage, and then the other one is just on that far side of those pine trees. Let me know if you have any questions. Hopefully this one was just about as long as that last one. Tried to cut a few minutes off, but we were close. So hope you guys like this one. I definitely say this is better than the Wood Street, just based off of quality and what you get for the place. The other one had great features, but the backyard was really small. Not sure what's going to happen to that unit or the land to the north side of the home. So this one overall, great location, great build, good quality. Nothing else I can say more than that. Yeah, just let me know, guys. Appreciate it.